Hey everyone, how you doing? Dan here, and today I'm super excited because this has just come in the post and I can't wait to show you guys what it is. Before we get started, I do apologise about my lockdown hair. I can see it's got totally out of control. Let's get straight into this video. Let's open this bag and let me show you what's inside. I mean, you guys already know what's inside because you've seen the title, but let's pretend you don't. So I think this is going to really make vlogging on the go a little bit easier. God, that's a lot of bubble wrap. So this is a Rode Wireless Go 2. Let me just show you the box. Oops, sorry, that was a bit close, but there's the box. And I'll tell you what, this is feeling a lot better now. So I thought it'd be a good idea to put the Wireless Go 2 on the GoPro Hero 9 with a media mod so I can put the 3.5mm in and go outside and do some testing. And then we'll get back, have a look at the footage, have a look at the sound. Hopefully it's all sounding great. And then we'll have a look at some of the more advanced features like the onboard recording. So I'm super excited to try all this out. So let's head out. So we're here at Reddish Vale just to test out the GoPro Hero 9 and the Rode Wireless Go 2. So I've got that on my chest here, and I've just got the Rode Wireless Go 2 receiver on the media mod of the GoPro Hero 9. So hopefully that's sounding great and looking good too. The only problem is it seems I've picked the worst night to come out on. We've had quite a sunny morning, but now it's nothing but white sky. It's extremely overcast, but I thought I'd still come out and try and get a bit of content just to keep things rolling. But yeah, thank you to all of the new and old subscribers. I realise there's been quite a few in the last couple of days, which has been quite good to see. I'm super happy about that. Super positive, which is it's just nice to see what people are liking what I'm putting out there, so that's really good. But yeah, I hope you've... Hold on a sec, squeeze through here. It's gonna be a pain with a tripod. Oh. But yeah, I hope you find this video informative. And so I actually had the original Rode Wireless Go. I actually bought it just as the Rode Wireless 2 Go 2 came out, which was pretty bad timing. But yeah, I absolutely loved the last one. It was, you know, it did everything I needed to do. It's been on pretty much every shoot with me. The only reason I've upgraded to the Rode Wireless Go 2 is actually a big kind of error on my behalf. So I had a shoot this weekend. I went to Dovestone's Reservoir, got some nice shots there, some nice drone stuff too. And when I got back, I couldn't find my transmitter anywhere, which was a bit of a pain. I looked in the car, couldn't find it there, looked in my bag, looked everywhere I could think of in the house, couldn't find it anywhere. And then next morning, I was half tempted to drive back to Dovestone's and try and find the transmitter, but I just knew I'd have absolutely no chance with the size of it. Anyway, so I ordered this one. I quite fancied the upgrade anyway, just because of the backup recording and having two of them for interviews and weddings. Do quite a lot of them, so that's going to be quite useful, and that's going to pay for itself really. But yeah, anyway, a couple of days later, my partner, she found it hidden away on the floor behind something. I'm not sure if it was the cats or I'm not sure, but it must have fell out of my pocket. And yeah, I'd already bought this one. Like I said, I love the original product, and if this one's only got improvements upon the other one, I'm going to be more than happy with it. The one thing I really didn't like about the original one was the windshield. It did not clip on there properly at all. I'm not sure if it was me doing something wrong or if it was just something wrong with the product. Whoops, almost tripped up there. But yeah, I just really couldn't get to grips with that. But this one, it mounts on so easily. It's so amazing, and it's such a little improvement, but it's going to make such a difference because now you actually use it as intended. And all these other new features, you know, the automatic backup. Like saying, I didn't think I'd really need that at first, but there was actually quite a few times where I wasn't plugged in or the Zoom wasn't recording. And now I've got this, it always means I've got a backup wherever I go. I don't have to worry about it. And it's great because it just goes straight into my camera, my GoPro. I can plug it straight into my PC or my laptop with a USB-C connection. So I can do so much with it now. It's, you know, for such a little device, it does so much. And actually, whilst we're speaking about this, I am just going to double check it is recording. Yep, and it's also recording to the automatic backup too. But my levels are looking a little bit hot there, so I've just knocked the levels down a bit. Hopefully they've not been too hot the entire video so far, because that'd be a pain. God, there's a lot of buzzards up there. I'm not sure if you can see that, but bloody hell, there must be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh my God. I'll have to tell James about that. I was like, I'm gonna have to try and get a picture. Not got the right lens, but let's just see what we can get. It was quite funny with the reservoir shoot because obviously I thought it was there and I was tempted to go back. I was even going through all of the drone footage, just trying to see if I'd still got it on me at certain points or if I'd put it down on the floor, but I couldn't really find anything on it. But it was just, I was getting a bit stressed out because I was like, where's it gone? And that is one of the problems with it actually. It is such a small device where it can easily go missing. And of course that's user error, but it is one of them things. And I'm not sure if it was me again, but I couldn't seem to find just a replacement for just the mic. It seemed to be, you just have to buy a new one, which was a bit of a shame. I also really like the feature where you can have 2 microphones going into 1 receiver. That's such a good idea, and like I was saying earlier, especially for weddings and interviews, it just saves so much hassle. And with my mate James, we're on about going out, recording some photo shoots, and now we can both be mic'd up, just going into 1 camera, which is really, really good. And not only that, we can, oh my God, sorry, getting out of breath going up this hill. But not only that, we can also be on different audio tracks as well, which is such a good idea. If it was a mix down, which you can do, I probably wouldn't use that too much, but the fact they are split, that is a really, really useful feature. I really do think Rode have really thought about the users with this one, and I think they've come up with a really good product. I just hope at the end of this video, with the audio is sounding great after I'm bigging them up this much. Of course, I'm going to say Rode aren't a sponsor. If you do want to sponsor me, I'd be more than happy to do that. But this is just a review from kinda me using it and nothing else. I bought it myself after unfortunately losing my other one. Whew. I was hoping to get a really cool train shot here, and it only happens every 15-20 minutes, and it's just gone by. I'm not sure if you could see it on there, but what a pain, what a pain. Oh well, I'll do my next bit of the video here. So in the box you get a receiver, which is on the GoPro, a transmitter, well you actually get 2 transmitters, you get 3 windshields, which I'll show you them. So you get 3 of these, which are super handy, and you also get the bayonet mount as well on them, so you can attach it nicely and that's not going to fall off at all, which is super useful. You get the cable to attach it to the camera, which is handy. You get 3 USB-C cables to charge everything up, and finally you get a pouch to put it all in. The reason I was thinking the GoPro Hero 9 and the Rode Wireless Go 2 is such a good combination is because it's such a small setup, it's light, it's got great quality on both visuals and audio. With the GoPro you also get a lot of options to do, so like time lapses, capture a bit of B-roll, doing it that way as well. So between the two, you've kind of got an all-in-one kit to be able to pretty much capture what you want. Now, of course, on the GoPro the quality isn't as good as the Canon R6, but it's also a lot smaller and a lot lighter, so you can just kind of get it, you know, wherever you need to, which is always super handy. I mean, having the ability to put the Rode Wireless Go 2 onto the Canon R6 or just, you know, any other camera, that's also a great bonus too. Like, that's really useful. But just for out and about, just doing pieces of camera like this is definitely super, super useful. I'm Reddish Vale. Hopefully we've got some nice stuff, and hopefully the audio is sounding great, or this video is pretty much pointless. But let's get back to the studio, check the audio out, and also let's have a look at the Road Connect app and see some of the features, what you can do in there too. So I've just got back from Reddish Vale and had a quick look at the footage and listened to the audio, and it's all sounding and looking great. It's a shame about the overcast skies because it has kind of made it look really contrasty, but not really much I can do about that. And earlier on in the video where I thought my levels might have been a little bit too hot, there was about -6 dB, which is a little higher than I normally shoot. I tend to shoot normally about -12 dB, so it was nothing what I couldn't fix in post. And anyway, you saw in the video I knocked that down on location anyway. So I'm super happy with the Rode Wireless Go 2. It's done its job. I'm loving all the new features on it. So the automatic backup is absolutely amazing, and I'll show you guys that in a second. And even having the mic going straight into a USB-C on a laptop, that's super handy too. And I know this is going to sound a bit weird, but I think my favourite update from the Rode Wireless Go 1 is this little bayonet mount on the windshield. It just goes on here, it just lines up and it just twists on, and that's it. It's not going anywhere then. Like, if you ever use the first one, you'd realise you put the windshield on and it just wouldn't clip in, and you know, you're out and about and 2 seconds later it's on the floor. I lost a couple of these, so it's handy now. I know I'm not going to lose them, and what I tend to do is I just leave one of them in my camera bag with the windshield on and one without it on, so then depending on the weather I can quickly kind of just pick and choose which one I want to use. But absolutely loving that. Like I said, I know it's probably not the most, you know, anticipated feature, but it is definitely very useful. So let me just quickly show you the Rode Connect app. All you need to do is plug it in via USB-C into your laptop or computer, and then just open it up. So this is what it looks like once you open the software up. If you click on your settings first, we'll have a look at these. So this is the transmitter. You can tell that by it says TX. So some settings you get are, you've got the record options. So do you want it to always record or just record a backup? Or you can even have it turned off if you want to. Really, I'm probably always going to have mine on always record. So always records is as soon as the transmitter is turned on, it's always going to start recording, which is really useful. Or backup recording is it'll start recording once it's connected to the receiver. So once the receiver and the transmitter are connected, it will then start recording, which is, you know, again, quite useful. You got your pad options here if you want to use them, and you can also control how bright the LED lights are just with this one here. So I tend just to leave mine on bright. I'm not sure how much difference that makes to battery life. And this one's quite cool as well, so you can kind of pick what you want this button to do here. So you can either have it as a mute button, or nothing, or a marker, which are all quite useful. I tend just to leave mine on mute, but to be honest, I don't really use that button whilst recording anyway, but it's nice when you get that feature. Also, once you plug the transmitter and receiver into the app, if there is a firmware update, it will do it automatically, and it did it in like 10-15 seconds, so that's super useful as well. And here you've got your recording options. So whilst you're in always recording, you can only have broadcast quality, you know, which I'm not going to complain about. That's good to me, and that gets you 7+ hours off recording. If you want to delete your recordings, you just press this little bin here. And if you don't want to record broadcast quality but maybe standard quality, if you just knock this to backup, you can then swap this down to standard if you want to. But like I said, I think it's better just to have it in broadcast, just so you've always got the highest quality audio when you need it. And just on the left here, this is where you've got any recordings, what you've made. And if you do need to export them, because maybe your audio recorder's failed or something's gone wrong with the camera, you can just hit export here and then go through your options, which ones you want to keep. You can give it a suitable name if you want to, which I always like giving a suitable name to things. Hit export, and then you can kind of pick where you want that to go. It's so handy having all this in this small little package. So that's it for the transmitter. So you get all the exact same options on the other transmitter. Let me just show you what happens when you plug the receiver in. Now, the audio might cut, but I should still have a backup on this mic once I'm finished. So let's give this a try. So I can see on here what I'm still recording, but let's see what happens when I plug the USB-C in. So that's opened up this screen. Now this is where you can start messing with the settings a little bit more. You can change your gain mode from fine to coarse, and this just changes these options here. So once you're in fine mode, you get a lot more options to go through and really kind of accurately set your gain. So as you can see here, it's set between 0 dB, -3, -6, -9, -12, -15, -18, -21, -24, and so on. But if you set this to coarse, you only get low, medium and high. So I set mine as fine just so I get as much control over the audio as possible. Now hopefully that's not messing with my settings as I'm recording this. You also get the split mode here. So this is going to split both transmitters onto separate tracks. So you'll end up with one stereo file with 2 mono tracks, or you can have them mixed together. Now really, I don't really see why you'd want to mix them together. I think it's always going to be beneficial to have both mics on separate tracks, because if maybe someone sneezes or coughs and it's merged together, it's going to be extremely hard to cut around that. Whereas if you've got it on split, it should be a little bit easier to kind of manage later on. So I will always leave mine on split. Like I said, I don't really see a use for having it on any other mode. And you've also got your button down here to change settings. Again, we can do backlight or marker here. So that's pretty much it for the Rode Central app. Like I said, I'm super impressed with this Rode Wireless Go 2, and it's going to be coming with me on every single shoot. It's going to be great for weddings, doing interviews. It's great for when I'm out and about vlogging. It's literally an all-in-one system, and the audio quality is great too. I love the bayonet mount. It's just such a good purchase, and like I said, I just can't wait to use it more. But thank you very much for watching this video, and I hope you learned something new, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did like the video, please like, comment and subscribe to the channel. That would mean the absolute world to me. And make sure to head over to my Instagram channel, which is Daniel Hall Media. There's a ton of content on there too. But as I said guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.